Welcome to your Motorhome X-van for 2. This here is the driver's side, and I'm going to show you how this works here on the left side. First of all, you have the diesel in here, and you open this cap with the big key on the keychain, same one as you use for the car. Put it in, open it, fill it up on the gas station. This is a ventilation for the heating, because the heating runs on propane. It needs to have a ventilation inside, nothing for you to worry about, just so you know about it. In here is the plug, and this plug, you plug the cable in the back to this on the campsites to charge the vehicle overnight. And also the plugs inside the motorhome to charge your phones and laptops, they only work when the cable is connected to power at the campsite. This is for an outdoor shower. I doubt that you're gonna be brave enough to take one here in Iceland, so don't mind this, I guess. In here you have the toilet box. Has a toilet cassette, and this you have to empty before you come back. Usually what we recommend people is to empty this every time you leave a campsite, just so that it doesn't get nasty. And you pull this handle out, pull up the leverage here, this one, then you can take the box out, drag this to the side, open it, and then you dump it on the specific area at the campsite. So this is quite easy, not as nasty as it looks, and we recommend skipping the Mexican food while you're in Iceland. The water, this water here, you can fill up on the campsites and on some of the gas stations. It has 96 liters of water. You use this for the sink and the shower. Basically on the campsite you put a hose in here, and when it starts spitting out water, it's full. Here on the back, you have these two doors that you can open. Back here you have the bed. The bed just falls down like this, and then you put the mattresses over like that, and this one goes here. So there you have your bed. Keep your luggage over here, and there are some storages down here and up there as well. In here you have the propane gas tank. You get 10 kilos of propane included with your rental, and this you use for heating the car, for heating the water, for cooking, and you can also use it for the refrigerator. This guy has a screw top on the top to open and close, and just be careful that you have it open before you try to use the heater or the cooker or heating the water or the refrigerator. This hose here connects to it. This will be connected when you pick up your vehicle, so the only thing you will have to do is open the top. Like you see on this car here, it has this regulator. This is a crash sensor, the silver thing over here. Sometimes when it shakes too much, it blocks off the propane, so nothing will work inside. If that happens, you have to press this button here inside with your key. Just hold it in for 10 seconds while having the propane bottle open. That should fix your problem. In here is your cable for the plug that I showed you on the driver's side. It has a cable like this, and this guy always goes into the car. Then it has an end like this, and an adapter to change your plug into this. So it depends on the campsite which one you have to use. Use the adapter accordingly. Nothing else to show you here in the back. Let's have a look inside. Oh, here on the right side you have the grey water handle. The grey water is for the wastewater from the sink and the shower. It goes into a special tank and it builds up over there, and you have to empty this on the campsite. Same place where you dump the toilet waste. You just drive over it, and then you pull the handle out to open it, and you push it in to close. Okay. Sliding doors here. First of all, you have the control panel over here, just here by the entrance, and this is pretty straightforward. You have on and off with this button here. This indicator here is blinking because the grey water needs to be emptied. If I press this one, and this one, These 4 buttons are for the lights on the inside. I is for information. It shows you the status on battery number 1 and battery number 2. And then this here shows you the water level. This is 25, 50, 75 and 100. When you plug the car in on the campsites, this light here should light up. And if it doesn't, you have to check the connections and see if everything's okay. These 2 buttons, you don't use them at all. But this one here, this is for the water pump. So if you're going to use the sink or the shower, you have to turn this on before you do so. Up here you have blinders for the front. During the night you can put these on the windows to block out any peekers or just the sunlight. These seats here, you can turn them around with a small handle you see over here. This one, you pull that back and then you can turn the seat around. But we recommend facing that way while you're driving. It's better, easier like that. Under here you have the stove and the sink, and basically it works like a normal barbecue. You press this down until you hear the rustle, and then you can use the flash to ignite it, or the matches or the lighter that is in your drawer to ignite it. But remember, you have to have the propane turned on if you're going to use this. Basic kitchenware is here in the top drawer. Here is a coffee press and some other stuff down here. These are the plugs that I told you about earlier. They only work when the cable on the outside is connected on the campsite. They don't run on the battery. So please keep that in mind, that you have to have the car plugged in on the campsite if you want to charge your phone or laptops with these plugs. Down here is the heating control, and basically you have 2 circles on the heating control. This one with the gray lines in it, and then the black one here with a small leverage that shows you where you are. The one with the gray lines in it controls the level from 1 to 5 like a normal AC, and then the inner circle, the black one, controls what you're doing. You see the small icons here that shows you basically what you're doing. 0 means off, the lever is there now, and I'll put it on the flame. That means I'm heating the car on the inside on level 5, and I can lower that down if I want to. If I go 2 times down, I'm heating the car on the inside, and I'm also heating the water to 60 degrees. And then if I go back to 0, I can go upwards to 40 or 60, and that's only heating the water. Everything you do with this guy runs on the propane, so please be careful that you have the propane bottle open before you use this. In here is the toilet, and this toilet works like a normal toilet. The only difference is that you have this handle here on the left side, the white one, and this is to open and close the toilet. So before you use the toilet, you have to open it, and then when you're finished, you have to close it. And the blue button is for flushing. Here outside we have the refrigerator. That's over here. And the refrigerator is turned on with this button here. I'm going to turn it off all the way so you can see. So now it's off. There are no lights, no light here. And I turn it on with the black button. I hold it down until you see the lights come on. And you can run it on 3 sources. You can run it on the propane, on the battery, or on the cable when that is connected. So right now it's on the propane on level 5. And if I want to change the source, I have to hold this gray button down until it only blinks on the propane symbol. Then I can move it over to battery or plug-in. We recommend using the propane because then you don't have to switch it every time. You just leave it like it is, and keep in mind that you have to have the propane bottle open, and then it should work. If everything is fine and it's working, these lights here will turn off, and there will be a green light over here. But right now it's flashing. That means there is a problem, and the problem is that we haven't connected the propane bottle, so obviously it isn't working on the propane. So that's your tutorial to the Motorhome X-van for 2. Hope it helps. Have a good time. See you soon.